partnership is something that's like super like important and it's long term and
Hmm.
it's like people talk about it's like getting married to someone. It's like raising a baby with someone. Like all of our clients have been inbound, man. I've been like documenting my whole entire journey on Twitter. Behind the scenes, what's going on, tactics, strategy, like sauce that other people can implement and use, trying to give value to people, even just like tweeting about like my thoughts, my feelings, whatever. Over time I've started to build up like a pretty amazing community of entrepreneurs in the e-commerce space, a lot of brand builders. We don't have a website, we don't have like a business card, like we don't have like a logo, it's just
That's so dope.
I got approached by like a couple of my friends that were like begging me to like run their like TikTok, strategy and some of their content creator stuff. And so I took them on like on the side. And Jimmy also took on a couple clients on the side, and we were like best friends. We still are, we were best friends, and we're talking every day. And we're like, yo, like there's so much synergy here. Let's run this together. And it kind of just evolved over time, where the partnership got better and stronger, and the business, continued to expand and flourish. In terms of my partnership with Jake, I like that's a whole other story.
Hmm.
There's a lot of like background, but like basically like one experience led to the next, where I ended up doing some work with this guy who was partners with Jake on another project, and I ended up working with them on that project, and Jake and I just like hit it off and grinded together like day in day out, and became like brothers, and then eventually ended up going and launching Tabs together as 50/50 partners. So
That's
I
so
guess that's
cool.
yeah, I guess that's the long story short of it. But I guess like yeah, to summarize that, it's like do exceptional shit, and like people will like be like getting in line to like work with you almost.
That's such a great approach, bro, because it also goes in line with something I believe. And I think most people would agree that this is true is like when you're chasing something like super hard, chances are it's just going to run away from you. Whereas if you try to attract something and like become that person, things will just naturally gravitate
Yeah,
towards you.
for
So that's always a better approach. And I see right now like the exact opposite going on in my DMs where everybody's like cold DMing me 24/7. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
there's no, like, it literally makes me look at my DMs less now because I'm just like, I just
yeah,
don't want to see it. And it's not interesting. So I guess
yeah,
that's just one piece of advice for people out there. Like, if you are gonna do cold DMs, like I don't know, mate, like do some free work or something ahead of
yeah,
time. Just make it
yeah,
interesting, because otherwise, it's
yeah.
not worth it for people to look at, right?
Yeah, it's also just like mad corny too to just like cold DM somebody like, yo, like let's partner up. Like a partnership is something that's like super like important and it's long term, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like people talk about it's like getting married to someone.
It is.
It's like raising a baby with someone. Like you think like you're gonna like partner up with somebody off of a cold DM. Like how about like get on the phone with the guy, like befriend the guy, like know the person, do some work, like etc. It's not like you can go from like 0 to 100 like that in like on Instagram DMs. Like whack. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's part. I mean, part of the reason I think is just because there's a lot of people selling courses, like advising to just like go out there and just cold DM as much as you can, like on any service or whatever, just generally speaking. But that's besides the point. How, so now you guys are, obviously you have your reputation with Tab, so you're getting approached by some of these big brands like G Fuel and shit. I didn't
Yeah.
know you guys were working with G Fuel. I love G Fuel. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
does a deal like that work? Like, who's approaching you? Like, or are you outreaching to them? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, all of our clients have been inbound, man. Since I started Tabs, about like 2 years ago, um, I've been like documenting my whole entire journey on Twitter, um,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of behind the scenes, what's going on, tactics, strategy, like sauce that other people can implement and use, trying to give value to people, um, even just like tweeting about like my thoughts, my feelings, whatever. Um, and over time, I've started to build up like a pretty amazing community of entrepreneurs in the e-commerce space, a lot of brand builders, that fuck with me and like fuck with my work. And Jimmy's the same. I mean, Jimmy has like twice as many followers as I do, like
Mm-hmm.
twice the amount of reach. Um, and so we get hit up all the time, like, hey, like, would love to learn more about like, your TikTok stuff, or hey, like, can we hop on a call and would love to like go through some strategy, or hey, can you run it for us? And so we've been really blessed. We're like, we don't have a website, like we don't have like a business card, like we don't have like a logo. It's just
That's so
uh,
dope.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
I love the simplicity.